Hello viewers and subscribers. Today I'm going to show you how to avoid having soggy bottom. I'm going to show you how to blind bake your pastry so that the bottom doesn't get soggy. There is nothing worse than a soggy bottom. So I've got a prepared pastry already. It's been sitting out here for the past 15-20 minutes. I've got pastry I made earlier, so we're going to use it for the blind baking. I've got to grease my tray so that the pastry doesn't get stuck to it. You're avoiding the pastry from sticking. It should flow out easy when it's ready. So you can use butter or oil to grease it. So now you apply your flour on your board. See, this is what I'm avoiding, for the pastry to split. When I start rolling it, start splitting out. You just mend the edges. You can go as thin as you like. That's why we press it at the beginning, so it seals the edges to avoid it from cracking. The thinner the pastry, the better. The kitchen is hot as well, so. Okay, that's all right. That's bigger than the tray. So what I'm going to do now, just trim the crack edges. And always keep the trimmings, because they might come in very, very handy in case you've got cracked pastry. You can use it to mend it. So now you can fold it. Oh, my pastry is hot. So you lift it up, drop it in. Yeah. So now you need to tuck it in so that it sits in the corner. So when you lift, you push. You lift and push down. You can use this to push it down in the corners, so it sits well in the corner. You can cut it off if you want. Let me heat up the oven. I was avoiding the kitchen getting too hot with the pastry. So that's done. You can cut off your pastry, but at the same time you can leave it to hang out and blind bake it and cut it after, or trim it after. But that's fine, that's ready to go. Give it a little tuck in again. Okay, as you can see, it's sitting well inside. So this pastry, the remaining pastry, can be kept for later. So I'm going to use, I've got my blind baking kit here. I've got it for years now. I'm using the same stuff. It's black-eyed beans, I think, mixed with rice. The rice at the bottom. So this, we're going to duck it now, so that when we're baking it, it doesn't bubble up. There'll be airflow in between. So I'm going to use cling film. There is no problem with the cling film. It's all right. It doesn't. Nothing will happen to it. It's either cling film or grease-proof paper. But I just like the cling film. Because it's short on one side, I'm going to put it across as well. So we're going to pour in the beans. This holds it from bubbling up. You see? The second part of it, just the bit with the rice. So push it all around, lift that up, it goes in the corner. This is basically just to hold it down when you're baking it, so it doesn't, and tuck it in. Don't force it, just. So if the oven is not ready, you can put it in the fridge. If not, if the oven is hot enough, which mine isn't, I'm going to leave it in the fridge and stick it in the oven in 5 minutes time. Now that the oven is preheated, we're going to bake it at 180 for 10 to 15 minutes. It has been 15 minutes in the oven. Yeah. Now you can see it's cooked externally. So now we're going to cook the base, because that's still soggy. So we're going to give it another 10-15 minutes to cook through. Wow, that's cooked through. I did increase the temperature to 200 for 10 minutes. So now I've got egg that I've separated. So I'm using the white to seal the hole. So this is like a glue to avoid any leakage, because whatever filling you'll be using will be liquid. So you don't want it to run through. So you can either brush it with full egg or egg white, or even the yolk would seal it. So this is where it comes handy when there is any crack in it. You can use the rest of the pastry to seal it as well. So that's why you keep this. So at times you get crack around, you take a piece of it and use it to seal it. So I'm just going to put that in the oven for 2 minutes. That's a crispy base. Or you can cook it just a little fraction under that as well. So it's not too crunchy. So I've taken it out after 1 minute. The heat would seal it through. So that's ready to go.